Kingdom Hearts is a series known for many things. A crossover that sounds bad on paper, fun gameplay, and of course a complicated yet overwhelmingly emotional plot. But one of the things that a lot of people go gaga over is the amazing music, be it the compositions by the GOAT, Yoko Shimomura, or, today's subject, one of the songs performed by Utada Hikaru, or just Utada as their stage name. Now, when the series first came out, the first song you would most likely hear besides Dearly Beloved is Simple and Clean, or Hikari as is known in Japan. And when you look at the lyrics, I'm sure you're thinking, what does this have to do with a Disney Square crossover? And you just brush it off as a random pop song. But there's actually more relation than you think. Let me explain. By the way, Utada has come out as non-binary, but they go by the pronouns of she, her, and they, them, so odds are I'm probably just going to go back and forth with this, so bear with me. When first developing Kingdom Hearts, Tetsuya Nomura, the series director, wanted the game to have some kind of pop song that the kids could get down with, and he thought the best person to seek out was Utada. He pitched it to her, and she was in, recording the song in 2001, and was released the following year as the final track on her third album, Deep River, as well as part of the opening and closing full-motion videos for Kingdom Hearts. Needless to say, it was a big hit and got a ton of re-releases and remixes. There's the standard version, the Planet B remix, the Godson remix, an instrumental version, Ray of Hope remix, Peace Club mix. There are more covers of this song than there are covers of Last Surprise, and that song was everywhere. Although, to be fair, this song has a lot more historical significance, but getting off topic. This song was, and still is, a pretty big deal, which means copyright will be a bit of a pain. See, back in the day, you couldn't upload any variant of the song without getting a hit on your channel, and while the lawyers at Toshiba EMI have calmed down a bit, it's still a bit of a risk. So I will do my best to analyze this song without giving these guys a reason to hunt me down, because I love this song, it's part of my childhood, and I want to talk about it. Please don't sue, I have no money. The version used for this analysis will be the standard English version because I've looked to see if there were any changes from the Japanese version, and there are a few, but not enough to change my thoughts. Both versions come to the same conclusion, albeit in different ways. Hikari uses a lot of symbolism while Simple and Clean is more direct, but again, the differences aren't that major. BT dubs, there will be major spoilers, and all of this is just my opinion, so please keep that in mind. With that said, let's dive in. Oh crap, I just made a 3D pun. Then again, these games really like water for some reason. Oh well, whatever, let's do this. So at first glance, this song seems to be about romantic relationships and how hard and fleeting they can be. It may seem like it has nothing to do with Kingdom Hearts, but it's actually quite the opposite if you ask me. Each game that uses this song, besides the whole Xehanort is a jerk thing, is about understanding that relationships, not just romantic ones mind you, are hard, but the ones that truly stick around don't want you to leave. The song begins with a bang, hitting you with the refrain as if you jumped into a cold pool of water. The narrator doesn't want to be separated from their lover. The journey they've gone on has made them realize that they don't want to let go of their bond. The major characters go through some kind of journey where they get separated from their friends, and they make an effort to try to reunite or better themselves before they're ready to go back. Sora is trying to find Riku and Kairi in his first adventure, doing everything he can to bring them home, even if Riku did try to kill him a few times. And while he was successful in rescuing Kairi, after defeating Ansem, Sora has to leave her behind so that he can bring Riku home, so they say goodbye for now. The first chorus talks about how the lover is giving our narrator a lot of material things, but really, they just need emotional support. In Chain of Memories, Sora wants to rescue Naminé from the organization, thinking that she's a dear friend he forgot about. And while it turns out that his memories were falsified, he still goes through the effort because, well, he's just a good boy. Namine has to say farewell for now, though, since Sora chooses to have his memories restored, meaning his memories of this adventure get wiped clean. She doesn't want to say ta-ta, but understands that keeping false memories isn't really worth it, and once they meet each other again, they can be friends for real. Okay, now I'm sure some of you are raising your eyebrows to the lyrics of the first bridge, and this is probably a huge stretch, but stop and think about it. What were you feeling when you first met the parents of your friends? Meeting a parent, whether it be for a lover or friend, is nerve-wracking because you don't get second chances at a first impression. Maybe you don't think you're ready or worthy to face them, and even if you do screw up, you can always make yourself a better person than before because the ones who matter most to you want you to stick around, right? Or maybe I'm just making this up as I go, I don't know. But either way, Riku has to deal with the fact that he messed up in the last adventure, thinking that he's just as bad as those consumed by darkness. He doesn't believe he's worthy to breathe the same air as his best friends, but by developing a strong bond with King Mickey, he learns that he needs to take care of his personal demons before he's ready to go home with Sora. He also gets some help from Namine in realizing that by channeling both light and darkness, he can become a being of twilight. Or, in his own words,
I'm taking the middle road. It's the road to dawn.
Life can get pretty hectic. You have all these responsibilities dropped in your lap, and you can get distracted from what's important. The second verse has our narrator confuzzled, and they're not sure what to do until their lover comes to talk to them. Believe it or not, Coded actually can relate. Yes, it is basically a rehash of the first game in Chain of Memories, but the story of Datasaur is still fairly valid. He's not sure what to do until King Mickey gives him some guidance, and the gang are confused on why they're in the datascape. But they help each other out, even if they have no idea what's going on. When his power is taken from him, Donald and Goofy, like the Chads they are, step in to help out the young lad. Datasaur then has to rescue a corrupted Data Riku and show Data Roxas that there's more to life than harm. He has to take on the pain that the real Sora will face in order to be ready for whatever unfolds in front of him, and his friends will be by his side because they won't let him down. Most of the time. Thanks, guys. The second bridge brings up this question. How far are you willing to go to show your love? When have you done enough to show that person that you are devoted to them and only them? As time goes on, you'll come to realize that it's about how strong the connection is to that person. The lover is wanting to know what they have to do to prove their love, not realizing that the narrator already told them in the first verse. It's the emotional bond that's needed. Finally, let's talk about the Wayfinder trio, Terra, Ventus, and Aqua. They've been friends for many years and have been working hard to become Keyblade Masters. But once they hear the call to adventure, their friendship is tested. Terra has to deal with the darkness that surrounds him, Ven needs to come to grips with his past, and Aqua must balance her duty while also being a good friend. They all have moments where they falter, but by the end of their stories, they come together to take on Xehanort. Unfortunately, they all must be separated once again, but someday they will be rescued. It will take some time, but they will be together again when things are set right. Fun fact, I had my best friend look over this to make sure the writing was coherent. He had only played up to Kingdom Hearts 2, so when he read this part, he basically went,
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills!
While every ending isn't a happy one, our heroes prevailed in not letting their faith in their friends completely waver. They believed and are one step closer to finding each other again. Sora defeats Ansem and he and Riku close the door to darkness. They destroy all the organization members at Castle Oblivion, except for Axel, and free Naminé. Datasaur cleans up Jiminy's journal and gets the ball rolling for Dream Drop Distance, and Terra, Ven, and Aqua delay Xehanort's plan for the Keyblade while believing that they will keep each other safe, even if they are apart. We've reached the end of the song, but the final chorus and bridge really drive home that overwhelming feeling that even if the world falls apart, there are still those that hold you near and dear to their heart. And that is the final pun, I swear. As I've said, the overarching theme of this series is that relationships are hard, but friends give us strength. And without them, we can't be where we are.
My friends are my power.
My friends are my power, and I'm theirs.
My friends are my power.
My friends, they are my power.
Yeah, essentially that. Relationships don't just have to be romantic, and there will be people who will have your back, no matter what. Anyway, that's been another analysis, and I really enjoyed this one. The research I did got me some interesting articles, so if you are at all interested, go check them out. Links in the description below. This isn't the last time I'm going to be talking about Kingdom Hearts songs. Oh no, trust me. Because the next one is definitely going to be one of my favorites. If there are any other songs you want me to analyze, sound off in the comments. Thank you for listening, best wishes, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time. Oh crap, I just made a 3D pun. Then it... Damn it! Damn it, Sindel. Okay. 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 Don't you start, Athena!